What up, though? How's everybody doing? It's your man Will B, my man Sherrod C, and Miss Tracy R. Ricks. Yes, my girl. We're the Virgo verdict. We're ready here to sit down and talk about whatever it is we need to talk about. We pull stuff off social media and just to bring it to your attention and give our verdict on that. So what you want to do is like, subscribe, and share. If you have comments, please jump on in the comments and say what you feel and how you feel, and we talk about it. We can get back to you and give you some of the videos too. And one day we get you guys involved on this Virgo verdict. So let's go. Tracy, you got something for us today?
I do, y'all. So I'm having an issue with this. It's a culture of women out here, and they appear to be young women, but I'm sure that there's some, older bras like me out there doing this bullshit too. Um, who feel entitled to a man's money.
Mm.
Um, and it's the entitlement for me, and it kind of bothers me, but I got one video I'm gonna play for y'all.
Ooh, ooh. Hey, hold up. Huh? You said
Yeah, I'm getting some food for my son. My son.
I said I want to pay for your food. You said everybody extra plate.
You got a problem with paying for another plate for my son?
I mean, I don't, but
You just asked to pay for my food, but you can't pay for my son's
you
food?
can't ask for it.
What I gotta ask you for? You're in my face wanting to pay for my food.
Yeah, I offered to pay for
So I'm getting extra
And I don't
food. My son gotta eat
You ain't even let
too.
me know your name. What's your name?
I don't need.
What is your name?
My name is
I'm about
Audrey.
to pay for food for your son.
Yes, my son. He's going to eat good. What's the problem? You sound broke. Like you shouldn't have offered anyway.
Money. Yeah, the money. It's the principle behind it.
What's the principle? The fact that I'm getting some more food for my
It's
my
the fact-
son,
it's the fact that
making
I
sure
offered to pay for
he eat.
your
You're
food,
paying,
and
so
now you buying food for everybody.
I have a kid. So you want to pay for my food? You're gonna pay for my son's food.
Good.
Okay, so I get it, and so let's pretend that this is me, that I'm Audrey. Um, I'm at the restaurant with the intention of buying food for me and my son, because she wasn't just there getting food for herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a man approaches me and says, "I'd like to buy your food." Right then, I'm going to say to him, "Oh, thank you. That's nice. I appreciate that. I'm also buying food for my son." And then um he has the option of saying, "Oh, never mind." "Oh, or that's what's up. I got you." Um so for me, where the conversation went left is when she didn't let him know from the bell, "I'm buying food for my son." Um, you know, in situations like that, you cannot assume that that's cool. Like, I'm gonna buy food for my son. I get that. I'm not just eating. It's not just me. But there's a certain way I think that she should have handled that situation. I think that she should have let him know. And I think that she should have given him the choice of whether or not he was going to buy food for her and her son. And then that would have been her opportunity to then make a choice of whether or not she wanted to continue to engage with him. Because if it were me and I said, "Well, I'm buying food for me and my son," and he says, "Oh, never mind, I'm just going to get your food," I wouldn't talk to him any further, because I feel like if you're approaching me, then you should be prepared for that. Um, you should prepare yourself for that kind of scenario. This is a woman; she might be here buying food for whomever. And I don't think that she's necessarily wrong with getting food from her son for her son. I just think it's the way in which she went about it um, that was, not cool.
Well,
So, what do y'all think?
in my opinion, like you say, is a way to do everything. But if I offer you, Tracy, a meal because I see you in line, and I don't know exactly what you're doing, but hey, Miss Lady, how you doing? I want to buy you something. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of your lunch. You was about to purchase two anyway, So go ahead and let me purchase your meal, and you take your other couple dollars and buy your son what you was gonna buy your son. Now the
That's
offer was
also
for
an
you.
option. Yeah,
The
that's
option,
also
you
an
know, that was just
option.
for you. Hey, I was hey, go ahead, knock yourself out. That's just how I am. You know, you was about
Mhm.
to spend whatever you was gonna spend for your two. I offered
Mhm.
to buy yours. You buy
Mhm.
yours, I buy yours, and you go ahead and pay for your son. But she didn't bring it to that scenario. She didn't say, "Well, thank you so much," like you said, "Hey, but I'm purchasing for my son and I." Then,
Mhm.
like you say, the option goes that, oh, you know what? How much is it gonna cost for you and your son? I got you. Go ahead. Go ahead and order what
Mhm.
you order for your son. If I
Mhm.
got it, go ahead. But
Mhm.
my point was, hey, I was buying for you. You was already about to pay for yours and your son.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
Now you got one less bill to pay. Go ahead and take care of your son. I got you. You know,
Mhm.
now you still got that little money in your pocket.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know, give
that's
me at least
also
a thumbs up, a head nod, like thank you, bro. I appreciate that because now you
yeah.
just saving me a couple bucks, and I go
Right.
about my day. But for her to
Mhm.
say, "Oh, you sound broke,"
Yeah,
that was
that was too
very
much.
insulting on
It was.
towards him because he didn't have to offer.
Mhm.
You know, you could have said no. You know, no, thank you. I'm purchasing for my son and I. She could have at
Mhm.
least said that, but for her to say, you're not gonna pay for my son too, that sounds broke to me. Wow, the audacity.
Yeah.
Now the offer's off the table, period. You know what?
Right.
Go with your little thinking ass. I'm gonna walk on the way because you're ungrateful.
Right.
That's
Yeah, I
just
think
me.
that the way she handled it was it lacked decorum, it lacked,
Yeah.
taste and all of that. I think could have been handled differently. But your option, I would have considered your option as well. Because you make a great point. I was gonna pay for 2 meals anyway, and if he's like, okay, I'm gonna just pay for your food. Okay, that's a mental note for me. And okay, I appreciate that. I'm gonna go ahead and order for my son. He really didn't have nothing to do with it,
Right.
in the
Because he
grand
didn't
scheme of
know.
things.
He
Right.
didn't know that she was purchasing for two. He just saw a beautiful lady. Say, hey, lunch is on me, baby. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I appreciate, this on me. She was
Mm-hmm.
at that point, she was supposed to either stop, pause, and say, "Well, thank you so much, but I was purchasing for two. If that's in your, if that's all right with you, could you go ahead and do both? The communication is key, and she
In
never
every
communicated that.
scenario.
Excuse me,
Yes.
y'all. Excuse me. Go
What
ahead.
you think, see?
I'm never going to offer
No,
to do that. So,
I'm in the middle of a podcast
Ah,
right now, man.
please, I
You
need
coming
background.
crazy?
Why?
I mean, for one, that's not. If I'm
Yeah,
gonna come
you
holler
good,
at
man.
you, I'm gonna holler
You
at you
good.
on the strength of just
You
getting to
good.
know you.
You good, bro.
I'm never gonna
All right.
lead with, "Hey, can I take you out? Hey, can I buy that for you?" I'm never ever going to say, "Can I buy that for you? Can I?" I'm not offering to do shit for you, but give you some time, give you some conversation, because I'm not expecting sex right away. So don't expect my pockets right away. I'm I, I'm telling you, I that sent me back to a chick that I dated like some years ago. She asked me for some money on her damn what do you call it, security deposit. Baby, you ain't even passed probation.
Right. It's the audacity, man, for me. It's like, wow, we just meeting. It's only been a few days, a week maybe, or 2 weeks, and we ain't even text that much. And all of a sudden it's like, can you help me with my deposit for my rent? Bro, I don't even know you, little lady. I really don't even know you.
Yeah.
The ball, they
So
got some big balls, man. Just
they do.
it's
They
like,
do.
man.
So Shirai, give me your opinion on the scenario though. Like, what do you think
Well,
about that particular scenario?
I agree with Will. Hey, I'm gonna come and shoot you some money on yours. You know, and I don't know. It could have been handled a couple ways. She could have said right off the rip, "Hey, I'm not just buying for me. I'm buying for my son as well. If the offer still stands, whatever." And then
Mm-hmm.
he could have came back with, "Well, you know what? I ain't gonna buy both the meals. I'll shoot you half." You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was just the way they communicated. She came off
Yeah.
entitled. I think that's where she messed it up. You came off entitled, like you were entitled to his money. and you didn't let me know up front you were buying two meals.
There
But
you
I'm gonna
go.
blame
Mhm.
him anyway for leading that way anyway, motherfucker. Don't come off like, oh well, I'll pay that for you, dog. You trying to
But
buy away your?
we don't know the
I don't like that.
backstory. We just got that portion. We don't know that
Well,
if he walked up and said, "Hey, you looking beautiful today," whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? You know, would you mind
well,
if
he
I? You
offered to
know, we
buy
don't
her a
know the
meal.
scenario. We just
Fuck
know
that.
what we heard and what we saw. You know,
Yeah,
not
I
because we don't
remember one
always just
time.
come out of pocket, right? Some of us, well, some of us don't, but some of us do.
Some of us do. Some of y'all do. I
But based
remember
on
one
that,
time I was.
he offered to buy her something. So he didn't know her.
Mhm.
I mean, just listening to the conversation, it ain't like they knew each other. She didn't say,
No, I
"Greg, you
wasn't
knew I
saying
was
that.
buying for my son." You
No, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying, we don't know if if he, before that scenario, if he approached her at a certain way. All we caught was that, I don't know, man.
I'm
I
just not
just
coming
that
out my
that
pocket to
just got
knock
me
it.
messed up. It
Well, one time I had gone. This was on Valentine's Day. You. This is about a decade ago now. I had taken myself out to lunch, and the guy who was sitting behind me, when it was time for me to pay my bill, he was like, "I got you. I got it. Happy Valentine's Day." He wasn't trying to chat me up. He wasn't, he didn't ask me my name or anything like that. I think in pay it forward situations, I think that's cool. I don't think that you're a fool or a simp or anything like that if you're just trying to pay something forward. I think that's awesome. Um, but that particular scenario for me, it felt like he was trying to do that as a
Get on
performance
tactic.
or a gesture to get her to do something in return, because he then said, well, what's your name? I don't even know your name. So it, as far as I'm concerned, it seemed like it was just about paying it forward, like he wanted something from her as well, her phone number, or to get to know her or
right,
something like that.
right,
So, but said all that to say, there's a certain way that you do things.
yes,
And I just don't think that I think the situation got out of hand. It went left, and it didn't have to
Right.
if certain information was communicated from the bill, from the jump. So, audience, what y'all think? Am I wrong? Is Will be wrong? Is Sharon wrong? Are we interpreting this in a way that we shouldn't have? If you have an opinion, put it in the comments. Let us know what you think. If you were either of these people in the scenario, how would you have handled it? So I look forward to hearing your comments. But Sharad, you made a good point about this whole entitlement thing. There is a culture of women out here now that feel entitled to a man's money, even if she doesn't know him or doesn't know him well. Um, there's a guy on social media, and he introduces himself to random women off the street. And he drives a fleet of fancy cars. And for me, I think it's like a test for him, because I think sometimes he will approach when he's not in front of his car to see how they respond to him. And then when they see him getting in his car, then they're interested because he has these nice vehicles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, somebody sent me a video, y'all, the other day of this guy. I think his name is London Will.
yeah. I
Is
believe
that
that's
what you
something.
said? His name is London. And y'all check him out. He's on TikTok. Well, his videos are on TikTok. So most of the scenarios of this guy and these women are in his car, and most of them are titled "Woman wants this man to take her shopping." So what I want to know is, how did we get here? Like, how did we get to? So there have always been gold diggers and sack chasers. There have always been women who, want men for their money, and there always will be. And I guess now it's more prevalent because of the internet and social media. But how did we get to jumping in the car with a dude who you just met and not even asking, but expecting him to now take you shopping? And then you have a problem when he expects something in return, like he might want you to perform fellatio. Because for me, it's the start of a transactional relationship between the two of you. And transactional means, you know, I want something and then you get something in exchange. I want something from you and you get something in exchange for what you give me. So most of the women are appalled when he says, "Okay, well, it's time to suck and fuck then," because you want something from me. You want me to take you shopping. And one woman said to him, "I think you should just take me shopping because I'm a woman, because I'm a female." Because he was like, "Okay, I'll take you shopping, but that means you got to get to sucking. You got to suck my dick." And she was, appalled. She was like, "No, that's not it. You should just take me on the grounds of me just being a woman." So I want to hear from y'all first, fellas, and then I want to give you my input.
Right?
I mean,
Will, why you got that Cheshire cat look on your
I'm
face?
just because I'm from an old school, man. It's just I'm glad I'm married. Put it to you like that because
Why?
the
Why you say
dating
that?
the dating game is so out of whack right now. Like you say, the entitlement for me, it's the entitlement. Yeah, you're a woman. Yeah, we do certain things as men for the women, but my God, can we get to know one another? Can I get to see if you worth my money in my pocket? You know what I'm saying? Because it takes time. I dated a long time before I really started doing shit out of my pocket because I already got my own shit to deal with. To actually want to come out of pocket for somebody else, I got to really know you and feel that you're trustworthy of me to do the shit that I need to do. That you about to become part of my whole agenda because I'm going to be with you. And then when you start getting the perks of, okay, I'll help you with your rent, I'll help you with your car note, but that's gonna take time. I'm talking, it's gonna take time, and for these women to jump out just out the gate like, hey, hi, how are you? Blah blah blah. Conversation lightly. Oh, matter of fact, can you help me pay my phone bill tomorrow? It's due. We just had a 30-minute conversation. What are you? You just think I'm just supposed to? That's crazy to me. It just I don't know.
Then
It
they
just
be quick to call you broke
yeah. It
if you
baffles
don't do it.
me that
Hmm.
these women are like this. Like, what are you doing with your money that you have to ask for somebody else's at right out the gate?
But I don't think it has anything to do with that, though, Will.
Really?
I think that yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with whether or not they have money. I think is their money, and your money is their money.
Wow. I'd like to
But
say I'm
I
just glad
I
I'm
think
married
they
because
just want a man who is going to take them shopping and going to pay their bills. I think they just want that. No matter what their financial status is, I think that they want that.
but they haven't
Like,
earned it. They gotta earn. That's something you earn. Grandma and them didn't stay with granddad and them all them years because it was just it's all on GP. They earned that. Granddad
well,
did what he had to do to take care of grandma, and grandma did what she had to do to take care of granddad. They earned that shit.
Well, when our grandparents were married or getting married, women couldn't do a whole lot of shit without a husband. So we can't even reference them because a lot of those relationships were relationships of necessity. And I'm sure if women could have gotten mortgages on their own, could have, voted, gotten jobs on their own, they probably would have left our granddads for real. But I do think that there was a measure of um I do think that it's not what it is today, though. I do think that. I do think that um the internet, social media has made being flued out, being taken shopping, and all of that shit have glorified that on the internet. And I think that if it were not for that, I don't think that it would be as prevalent as it is. I I just I just don't, because when I meet a man and when a man introduces himself to me, I don't automatically see dollar signs. I don't. And I don't automatically have the expectation that he's going to do something for me in the material sense. I do have the expectation that when a man, especially when a man approaches me, that his intentions are good. That's the first thing that I'm thinking about. Like, what are his intentions? Because there's a lot of fuck niggas out here in the world that want to come to you with their bullshit. And the same thing with women. Um, I think it's absolutely deplorable to expect, especially when I first meet a man, for him to take me shopping. I can't even imagine fixing my lips to say, when are we going shopping? When are you taking me shopping? That that sounds that sounds dumb to me, and you sound like a fucking prostitute.
That's a fuck girl. That's the new term. That's a
You fuck
fuck
girl.
girl. Just like we got fuck boys, that's a fuck
Yeah,
girl. Cause
yeah.
she's gonna get fucked eventually. Cause she trying to get to take me shopping. She's a fuck girl. I'm gonna start.
And I
That's the new term. Put that down. Write that down. That's the new term. Fuck
and
girl.
I wonder, do they expect to put out? Like, so if it were me and I'm asking a man to take me shopping, I'm expecting that I'm gonna have to fuck to shop. So I wonder, and I wish I could do a survey with these women. Are you expecting that you're gonna have to fuck when the shopping trip is over? Or, in mid shop. I don't know how it goes, but that would be my expectation if I'm asking a man to take me shopping who I don't know. I don't know, Sherrod, am I wrong?
I mean, I'm agree with you, but I think a lot of what's happening now, men have to take fault for that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
remember the sugar daddies back in the day? Dick couldn't get
Mm-hmm.
hard, but they just like the company of a woman. I dated a
Mm,
chick, right, that wound up dealing with this 70-year-old dude or whatever. This man, I ain't gonna say what he did because somebody might know who the fuck he is, right? But
mm,
when I say the dude bread, he had breaded shrimp. His money was long, the whole 9 yards, but his erection was non-existent, right? But he paid for her time. You know, he
mm,
paid he paid for her company the whole 9 yards,
Yeah.
and it was like he didn't want nothing but to be in her company. It's men like that, and it's trickled down to these young guys because it's like, hey, if I want some pussy, I'm gonna go ahead and just, hey, I'm gonna cash out right now, you know. And being around the hustlers, and there's a difference between players and hustlers. I want to hang with
mm,
players. Hustlers make me sick because everything is got to be quick, 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 quick,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when I meet a female, hey, I got 500. What's up? Can we go to the back? Fuck real quick. And now she thinks her
Yep.
price is 500, right? Because I
mm,
got this dude to do it. And every time you turn around, you got some guy jumping on the internet telling these women, "Hey, your time, just you being a woman, you deserve this, 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 and this." It's not how you treat anybody. It's not how you carry yourself. It's just you existing as a woman. You deserve these things. So you got these pandering poets out here just spitting all this bullshit out here just for likes. And when people don't understand, pandering is a manipulation just so that someone can get something out of you as well. And that's what these men are doing.
mm,
And these women, they hearing, what my man Jeremiah say? Tell them what they want to hear. The song was a
Yeah.
smash hit. Just tell them what they want to hear. Then you got women got quoting, what's the song by Ti? You can have whatever you like, but they don't realize the
yeah,
beginning of that song is Ti said, "This is what sugar daddy say." I ain't saying this, but this is what a sugar daddy say. And it's all these
right.
dudes that's willing to spend to get you to bend in order to, you know, oh man, I got women. No, you don't. You're dirty macking. That's all
Yeah,
that shit
that's
is.
it.
You coming
Yep.
out your
What's
pocket to
dirty
knock it.
macking?
Dirty
Only
macking
reason
is
why
you
you
putting
getting some
money
pussy
up
in the
front.
first place is because
Yep.
you got money. You
Yep.
know,
Okay.
and
Other
Snoop,
than
Okay.
that, you would never get no pussy.
right? And Snoop came out as a gangster, right? Then all of a sudden he became a pimp. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's money is turning these people into the characters that they want to be when in reality that's not who they are. So
Mm.
these dudes are leading with their money. They standing on that wall that they become taller than what they really are, and women are worshiping that shit. You know, it's
Yep.
like the guy Foley, no Fugazi,
No, no
right?
fugazi. Okay.
There was this major thing say, why do you think you are a top tier man or high value man, right? He says because one, I'm 6'4", I make over 100,000, and all this other bullshit. But see, people were mad because he said that. But you can't be mad because that's what women have said they wanted. You got
They
to be over
want it.
6 feet. You got to make over six figures. You got your
Figures.
dick got to
Yep.
be bigger than 6 inches. You know all
Yeah.
these things. If I got all of those things, what the fuck?
I'm
I'm gonna be
top
an
tier.
asshole
Yeah,
because
I'm
I'm
top
that
tier.
guy.
Fuck.
Okay, now those guys get to play the game. If I got a little bit of money in my pocket, it ain't no thing to me. Shit, I'll spend on your ass. Shit, jump on this yacht with me. Jump on this boat. That don't mean I'm keeping you, but I'm gonna spend on you just to get some pussy from you. So men fuck this up. Long story short, men fuck the game up. We totally took away all the player values. You know, we used to spit it to get it. Now they coming out the pocket to
Come
knock it.
on. Yep.
So I
Mm-hmm.
can't do that.
That's
I didn't
real
grow up like
game,
that.
bro.
I didn't
That's
grow up
real
like that.
game.
Now,
Neither did I.
Shirai, you did grow up like that because we came up in the same era,
I didn't grow up
and
around men
you
that's. I ain't
know,
grow up. No, no. It's
Nah,
always
baby.
but
been suckers. I ain't grew up around that. My uncles and my pops and the older guys around me. It was like straight up, bro. If you can't do this
They had
to this,
game.
don't be coming out
but
your.
see, but see, back in the day, y'all, back in the day when the majority of people that we knew was hustling and making money, and I can only speak from a female perspective, because back in the day there was an unspoken thing um around dudes who had money to spend. They knew that they was gonna have to spend money, and they didn't have a problem because back in the 80s and 90s they was making money hand over fist. So when they met a new young thing, and some of the time the guys were our same age, they just was making money, but they knew, or this was a thing among them, let me give you some money, let me buy you something. I have had Back in the day, I have had men who had money ask me um how much for the day. Like if I had to go to work, they wanted to spend time with me, call off, how much is your day? And they would give me that amount of money for my day. And it wasn't necessarily about fucking, no. It was about, I want to spend time with you. I know you got to go to work, but you ain't got to go to work because you fucking with me. I'm going to give you this money for your day. And we would hang out for the day. And I would leave with whatever I would have made at work for the day. Um, if I'm skipping, this was in high school. If I'm skipping school to be with you and we going to the mall, I'm getting something too at the mall. But I wasn't a sack chaser though, because there was a whole other category of women. Because I didn't date guys for money. I dated guys to date. If they had money, great. But there was a culture of what was called back in the day sack chasers that only dated guys with money. But The difference between a sack chaser then and gold diggers now is that they dated guys with money, but it wasn't just for the money. It's I'm dating you, but you have to have money. I'm going to like you though. And I'm going to be your girlfriend. I'm gonna be your ride in the car with you, your shotgun, your plus one, all of that. They was actually liking these guys and having toxic solid relationships with them. I think the difference now is that the approach is I don't want to get to know you off rip. I don't necessarily want to be your lady, but I want you to supply me with money and all the fine things. And if I have to fuck to get it, I will.
And that's exactly what's going on right now. Your verdict. That's exactly what's happening right now. Back
Yeah.
in the day, like you say, you was dating the guy. He was, he was paying for your time. He was digging you. When a
Mm-hmm.
person dig you, he's gonna make sure he's taking care of the person that he's digging. It's just that simple. He was,
Mm-hmm.
yo, you got to work today. Don't go to work. I'm gonna pay you for your day.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have it like that. I'm not saying that shit because I ain't got it like that. Yo, take off for me today. We gonna go to hang out and shit. We gonna maybe
And
do
I
some
would have
things.
done
But
that
but
too.
that was the difference, you know. But if I
Mm-hmm.
had it, hey, I ain't gonna say I'm gonna pay for your day. But come on, let's go get something to eat. Let's go kick it. It's on me today.
Right.
Like I said, the gold digger, sack chaser, only thing changed is the goddamn hairstyles, because they were all the same. And to be totally honest with you, they was getting smashed up by different motherfuckers too. Cause I ain't had no money and I was running through their ass. I ran
Come
their ass
on,
like ponies.
come
Yeah,
on,
I wouldn't.
I'm
Rod.
not saying that
I
wasn't
would,
happening.
We had game back in the day, Joe.
bruh.
Yeah, you
Hey,
had to, but you had to have game back in the day.
Hey,
Now
I'm
you
that's
Yep,
don't.
but that's what I'm saying though. It's like
that's what we
it's
getting
just
at.
the way I grew up. My father told me there was a certain demeanor that you had to have in order for men and women to respect you. And when you walk
Uh,
into a room, you're gonna command the respect of everybody in there just by the way you carry yourself. And
there
my
you
pockets
go.
was empty to the motherfucker, but my values were high. My character was a motherfucker, and I ain't give
No
a damn
doubt.
about nobody. And I can't miss pussy I ain't never had, so I ain't chasing shit.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying?
No
So
doubt.
when I
No
saw
doubt.
those chicks with the fat asses, the looking, hey, what's up? I'm good, straight. I'll move on to the next one. How your friend doing? I'm I'm a holler at, hey, I'm gonna holler at 10. If I get two, I won. Fuck it. I ain't trying. I'm not trying to come out my pocket to give y'all shit. Cause at the end of the day, the game was me to fuck for free. This is fair exchange. You getting some good dick, and I want some good ass. Cause I'm putting in work. I'm gonna be sweating. I'm gonna be lifting your legs up. I'm gonna be flipping. I'm gonna be tired at this. I got practice to go to. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go to football practice, basketball practice. I got shit to do, but I'm wasting energy on you. So, no, hell, you should owe me.
Hey, like you say, man, I used to walk in rooms with the ballers and things, and people would think because just the way I carry myself that my pocket's flat. I'm just there for the good time because I know my homies doing their thing, the girls around, whatever, whatever, and I walk in the room and it's like, yo, that's Will. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what up, Will? What up, Will? It's just a general, like you say, we was raised a certain way. Walk in with your head high like you supposed to. I didn't got in most places just because I'm walked in like I'm supposed to be. I ain't gotta have the dollars right now. Dollars gonna come down the road, but it. I want to
Hey,
pull my
but you
hair
know
out
what?
sometimes. Cause
The one
what up
thing,
though?
the one thing that has always worked then, but now is frowned upon, man, being a gentleman. Cause see, women don't even know how to hold up to get the car door open for them nowadays. They don't know how to walk on. See, it's like they're competing with me. Back in the day,
Yeah,
when I came in and I opened the door for a woman, hey, you want me to carry those for you? All just being nice, just being a
chivalrous, man.
gentleman, man, opened up legs and doors for me. Feel me on
Yes,
some
sir.
real shit.
And see, that bothers me as well because I'm that woman. Um, I want all the doors open for me. And I'm going to walk on the inside of the sidewalk. And I'm going to, like I will wait, even if I'm with my homeboy. I will, and it's subconscious. I don't,
And you supposed to wait.
now it's not anything
As
I
you
do.
as you supposed to.
I'm used to it. So I'll hold up a minute so he can grab the door, and the culture of women out here now, that's not what it is anymore. And then some women will actually get mad.
Yeah.
Like, I can open my own door,
What
I
you
can carry
doing?
my own groceries.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
okay, but I know I can too, but I don't have to. Like, yeah, so that I have issue with that.
Hey, you know
I
what?
have
What's
a
that
great
song?
issue with that.
Jill Scott, I Need You.
Mm.
She say, I can kill a spider. I can buy my own shoes. But the fact is, I still need you. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
thing. Hell, I can cook dinner. I can cook all my meals. I clean my own house. I can do all those shit. But at the same time, it's so much better when we do it together. And
Yes,
It
sir.
now, don't
is.
get me
It
wrong.
is.
Don't get me wrong. Now, my lady, when she say I need, oh, you got. It. I don't give a fuck about. I ain't paying for no random ass,
Come on.
right? But my lady, man,
Like I
if
said
I
in the
got if
beginning,
I got a
he
nickel, she
earned
got
it.
two and a half of it.
He earned
Yeah.
it though.
I don't.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying, Joe? He earned it.
And this is the thing for me, and this is why I desire to be in a relationship, because there's a way that I am when I'm with a man that I am not when I'm without a man. So it's like being in the presence of a man, and in particular a gentleman and a man who likes me and sees me and all the things, activates something inside of me that doesn't necessarily activate when I am just by myself.
Yeah.
It gives me an opportunity to enjoy the fullness, the totality of my womanness when I am with a man, particularly a gentlemanly man and a man who likes me. I get the opportunity to be my full woman, girl, feminine self. I can do it like I can do all the woman things, and know that it's going to be received and appreciated.
Ain't it
Like,
grand? Ain't it grand?
it is. And this is something that I get full enjoyment out of. It's not just a performance for my man. It's something that I enjoy. I get to be my full, unadulterated woman self in these situations. I get to sit back and be a girl. I get to cross my legs at the knee. I get to laugh. I get to throw my head back. I get to prance around. I get to, do put on my tall shoes, put on my
Come on.
sexy shit.
Come
I
on.
get to do all of that.
Woman.
And,
Go ahead,
and
woman, and
because
roar.
I want to. I desire to.
Yeah.
I want to be this full my woman self. And I want to be it around somebody who can appreciate. Now, everybody doesn't get that,
True.
even though I still am more womanly when I'm in the presence of a man, even if it's a man that I don't like. I'm still more womanly than I am when I'm just by myself, when it's just me, because there's a thing that happens between men and women, whether we like each other or are attracted to each other or not. There's a thing that happens. But my man or my paramour, oh, he's going to get all of it. He's going to get the full show. And part of it is allowing him to open my doors, allowing him to carry my groceries, allowing him to take my trash out and do the things. Like, if he offers, yes, babe, please do that.
I had to look up
I need you.
Paramore. I can't go around not knowing what shit mean when people say it. So I
Yeah, I
looked
was just
up
about to say, hit
Paramore.
me, hit me, hit
Yeah.
me with that, cause I'm like Paramore.
It's a lover, especially the illicit partner of a married person. So she trying to hit us with some shit to try to make us look like
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
it,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got
Cause
it,
I'm
I
like
got it. My
Paramore. I'm sitting there, I was just
paramour.
about to look, but
Now,
I know your ass is gonna look it up.
And that's part of it too. Language is part of it. There's a
yeah.
certain language that I use when I'm around men. There's a certain thing that I do
Mm-hmm.
when I'm around men that I don't do when I'm alone. It's like when you put your lemons in water. Like, I'm still Tracy, when you put, lemons and sugar in your water, it turns into lemonade. That's how I am. When I'm around a man, I turn into lemonade. I'm still me at the core because lemonade is all mostly water. So I'm mostly always gonna always be me, but adding this extra thing makes me extra, makes me more me. It enhances me in a way that I wouldn't be enhanced if I didn't have those things. So, and I think that these young girls who are particularly only engage with men for material reasons are missing out. They're missing out on the whole point of it all. It's not, for me anyway, it's not about the things. It's about who I am when I'm around this person. It's about what I can learn from them, what they can learn from me. It's about how I feel, how they make me feel, how I make them feel. It's about the whole experience for me. It's not just me getting something or gaining something. It also has to do with me giving as well. And there's a measure of growth that happens when you interact with somebody in a certain kind of way. Okay, yeah, money is great, but how are you contributing to me as a whole? That's what I'm looking for when I interact with any man. How am I gaining from you, and how are you gaining from me? You know, yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's a
gotta.
big difference when you with somebody. Like if you buy a gift for just a regular old chick out here, it's another gift because chances are it's you're one of many that's buying gifts. When you buy a gift
Mm.
for a woman that's really into you, that's you all are exclusive to one another, she appreciates that gift.
There you go.
And it's like you don't mind. I don't mind because I can't speak for other dudes out there because I done seen some
Right.
sucker shit. So when I have a lady, and I know what we are, you know what I'm saying? We're exclusive, Hey, my lady says X, Y, and Z, you know. Now I'm still Sherrod, and I'm gonna tell your ass no. If that shit no, it's fucking no. I got
Mm,
boundaries in this motherfucker, right? I got the Mason Dixon line. We ain't crossing that motherfucker. So there's certain things I'm not gonna do. But now there's a lot of things that I say I won't do just for any woman. If she says I need such and such, I'm like, all right, I do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you want to go here? I don't like this shit, but you want to
Again,
go?
she earned it. That's what I said in the
Yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
She
So you keep
earned
saying
that.
earned, then
You
what do you mean earn? What
she
what
she
what does a
she
woman
What?
earned
have
it.
to do
Me
to
when I
earn?
say she earned it, meaning that y'all had a rapport. Y'all built to this point where Rod, when she said I need, Rod know he's supposed to dig in his pocket and take care of it, no question, because they worked on that. She earned that position to get them dollars that he may not even want to do it at the time. Damn, this is her. But you know what? She needs it. I got it.
But
She
hey,
earned
Will.
that level of respect from him. Go
But
ahead,
guess
Rod.
what? Now if I say, hey, babe, I need, she'll do the same thing for me. It ain't it
Is
ain't it ain't it ain't it, it ain't about a it ain't about we keeping count. Cause it's
right,
very rarely I'm
exactly.
gonna ask you for shit. I'm not gonna ask you for nothing really. It's like, cause if I see a shirt that I like, just because I mentioned that I like it, that don't mean I want you to go get it. Cause the
Exactly.
chances are, I already didn't order it on Amazon anyway. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I see, I done ordered it already.
Right,
So,
right.
but go ahead, Will. Finish your thought, bro. I'm sorry about that.
No, no, you good. But that's all I'm saying. Y'all grew to a point where the exchange is there. Like when she says she needs it, you got it. If you say I need it, and most guys we hardly ever say we need anything. But if we hint to it, like yo, babe, you know, right now I need. She goes, oh, it's no problem because we earned that. We grew to a point where we earned each other's respect, responsibility upon one another. Now, when you're
Mm-hmm.
brand new, you haven't earned shit. You don't deserve nothing but time and relationship to get to know one another to see if you're worthy of doing some type of spending. Period. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I met you and you fine or you want to go shopping, I don't know you. That's a major turnoff to me.
You can go
It ain't that
shopping. It
I
won't
may
be with
not.
my
It
money.
ain't, it ain't that I don't have it, but it's a turnoff because how are you gonna ask for me to take you shopping because some other nigga did it. That ain't me. I'm not. I've never been a typical nigga. Period.
Mhm.
I'm above average in every asset of my life. I may not have the riches in the world, but I'm rich in all assets, baby. Period. When you get tough to me, you get a whole aura of life that you never experienced. That's just me. You know, everybody's not like me. Everybody's not like Rod. Rod is a whole different. I know the brother. I know how he is. You can see the greatness in him. And women love. I tell my children, my daughter and my son, they see potential. So when a woman sees a guy in a certain way, they look at him and go, "Oh, he has potential." So if they see the potential, they're gonna date accordingly to the potential that they see in that person. How can they elevate that person? How can that be? It's a whole different mind game. The way I think is way different. But just to come at me like, "Yo, we going shopping? Oh, I don't like your car. It's looking broke to me." Well, I got a car. Are you riding the bus? Are you asking me for a ride? Is your car broke down right now? So how is it looking broke if I have it? You
But
ain't
you know
got
what?
nothing right now. And if it is, it's just I just fed up. That's why I'm glad I'm married. I'm glad I got the woman that I got. She knows me. I know her. It's just a wonderful feeling. And then we grew into that, man. I'm happy that I got it, man. To all
And
y'all out
Happy
there
you
doing
got
it,
it
man,
too.
I wish you the best.
yeah,
Because the dating scene is awful. It's
it's about
awful.
getting over
At
on
least
one
it is
another.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about, people are out here playing games, and that shit is dangerous, and
Yes.
it's hurtful, and it make you not even want to fuck with people.
Yeah.
Like right now, I have a grand distrust of men who approach me and say that they like me because of my experience in the dating pool.
I got a friend like
It's
that.
it's
Say the
it's
same thing you say.
yeah, I don't trust him because like the last guy I dated, he was horrible. And I didn't know it. He showed up as his best representative. He did, and it wasn't until later on down the line that I discovered who he was. And how you show up anywhere is how you show up everywhere eventually. But these guys now will show up as somebody else, and then once you get to know them, they can't help but be themselves, and you discover, oh fuck, you a real
But
nigga.
you know what
Like,
though? You know what, Tracy? Here's the funny thing about that. See, if women would just follow this rule, this is the rule. When I'm asked, what are you looking for in a woman? I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you shit. Just be yourself. Let me see if I like you or
mm,
not. As because all you can do is either try to figure me out to see what I like, or just be your damn self. But so many
mm,
women have jumped out here on the internet and said he gotta have. Now, the things that they find important are really should be at the bottom of the list because the
mm,
way a person, I'm gonna look at how you treat yourself first. You know, we always talk about
mm,
high body count. That's an indicator of how you treated yourself. I want to know, are you over that shit? You know, your number,
mm,
nah, are you over that thing that caused you to do that,
mm,
right? Now, I'm looking at how you treat yourself. Then I want to see, you got kids? I want to see how fast you introduce me to your kids. Because if you introduce me, I know I'm not no rapist. I know I'm not no child molester, but you don't. How fast do you introduce me to your children? Now, if this woman is really careful and lays it out like, damn, she take her
Yeah.
time. Because I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm so confident I'm never gonna ask for no ass. You gonna offer it to me. I
There
don't
you
speak
go.
on it. I just be ready to receive it. You know, I'm all state. It's a good hand, people. You feel me? So, hey,
mm.
it's just a demeanor that you have to have. I'm not gonna force you to do, say, think, or anything that you don't want to do, think, or say. But at the end, I'm just gonna sit back and receive. So I'm not gonna tell you what I want. Don't tell me what you want. Let's just kick it. See if we mesh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my thing. I want I just want you to be you. I want you to show up as you, though. Like, don't try to play a game with me and pretend that you somebody else because you think that that's what I
Right.
want or you
Right.
think that that's what I might like. I just want you to show up as you so that I can make an intelligent choice about how to proceed.
Exactly.
But a lot of these men out here don't give you the opportunity to do that because they lie and, they're duplicitous and
Yep. Look
deceitful.
it up, man. She
You
she
know I
throwing
am,
them
cause
education
she
words out.
went. Yeah,
Duplicitous.
I was a teacher,
Okay.
and guess what? How come it just popped up as soon as I started typing DU? Okay,
Uh-huh.
the damn AI be listening. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Will,
Yes.
treacherous, duplicitous behavior. Let me see. Law. What this shit mean? We gonna look up Merriam. Okay. Marked by duplicity, deceptive in words or action. Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit! I'm like, you a duplicitous motherfucker. I don't like any
Yeah, and
word.
and there are
Give
a
me
lot
one
of
second,
men
y'all. I'll be
out
right back.
here who are that. And it makes it hard for women like me because I'm 100% genuine. And people don't like these men out here because they play so much. They
Mm-hmm.
don't believe me when I show up as me. They think it's a lie or it's not the truth, but it is. I don't have no, I don't have an ulterior motive. This is, genuine, real shit. And people like me get played a lot. So now it's that made me weary, made me leery of fucking with, I'm like, shit, am I gonna be single forever? Cause I got a hard time trusting. I really, really do. I got a hard time trusting. So yeah, it's the state of affairs in the dating pool now is fucking sad and scary.
They want to
Mm-hmm.
fly in
And
inside. They sort of
Yep.
stack pretty tall.
it's people out here just are careless with themselves. And so if they're careless with themselves, they're gonna be careless with me. And that's another scary thing.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know, but all I know is that I'm not putting myself in a situation to be used. I'm not putting myself in a knowingly putting myself in a transactional relationship because then the transaction becomes the base of your relationship.
Yep.
That's not what I want. I want real human connection, so it can't be my relationship can't be about material possessions. It can't be about anything superficial. It has to be real. It has to be rooted and grounded in spirituality and emotions and maturity. um I come with my own everything. I don't need a man to take me shopping. I do enough shopping on my own. I don't need that. Now if you want to, I'm accepting all gifts. I,
There
I
you
All right.
am.
go.
I'm not turning shit down. But I'm not coming with my hand out ever.
There you go.
I rarely ask for shit. So yeah, I want there to be a shift in what is happening now with how people relate to one another. Like we in this materialistic, capitalistic society, but we don't have to be that in our relationships, do we?
Right.
Like
Right. 100.
that that's not what's important. That's really not what's important. At the end of the day, I want to be able to chill with you, and I want you to be able to chill with me, and I want us to have a good time together. And I want to think about you when you're not here in a good way. Not,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I can call him tomorrow so he can take me shopping. Now, if that comes up,
Yeah.
if you got it like that and you can take me shopping tomorrow, but I'm not sitting up in my bed like, oh, I want him to take me shopping, it's, oh, I miss him. Let me call. Let me FaceTime him. That's what I want.
Hey,
So, yeah.
that's that
So, Will,
shit.
you lucky. You lucky. You are. And I tell all of my siblings, they're both married. And, whenever they be having issues with their mate, I be like, work it out.
No doubt.
Work it out because it ain't shit out here. I'm trying to tell you from experience. It
It's
ain't
just
shit out here. And if it is, it's rare. It
it's
really
cool to
is.
it's cool to see Will in his situation because it's like this. You know, he's married for a long time. I mean, I don't believe in luck because they had to work. They work on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I know she had to
Yeah.
work because she had to deal with Will and shit. I mean, I know she had to work.
Oh, boy. Ooh. If we
No,
had
but I
time,
mean, but y'all
I would
put in the
say,
time, y'all put in the effort, man. Y'all said, you
yeah,
know what? Whatever issue we go through, fuck that. It ain't bigger than us. We got
there
this.
you
Right.
go.
So I
It's us
appreciate you,
against the
bro.
problem.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Okay,
But
y'all. Good people. So that's the verdict. Um, let us know what you think. Let us know if you have a verdict. If you have a comment or an opinion, please put it in the comments. If you have suggestions for a future show, please send it to virgoverdict@gmail.com. Until next time, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
deuces.